Jelly Roll. This is going to be Project Ascension ELVUI. So it's just going to be a very quick guide. I'm going to have the code for this to be exported, but this is what my UI looks like. We're going to go through it very quickly. I think it's very clean, very presentable. So basically, top left-hand corner, you have all your standard, your character, your spell book, the options for your interface, your customer support, helper, everything here. You have your standard text. Down here, it says what your defense is, your durability, and your armor as well, so you can have that. I always forget to summon my pet, especially if I die in combat. That's why I have the pet cast bar here, as well with the pet icon, so that way I can really see, hey, do I have my pet out? Are they alive? Your nameplate here, I edited the colors a lot too, so it looks a lot better. And then your target icon, your focus, is going to be right here. All the abilities are going to be here as well. Your map, standard map with your add-ons here. You have your buffs here as well. And then down here, let's see if I can move that. We have our actual meters for damage, healing, your FPS, your time, amount of gold you have. Then you have your action, couple of extra action bars here. I like to use these for anything that aren't really major spells or abilities, such as a specific flying mount, hearthstones, summoning rituals. And the meat and potatoes, I have the auras with the totems here. I have extra spells here. Now this is going to be for me like innervate, geez. So that way I can actually get mana back, my feign death, anything like that I need here. Then my major ability bar, abilities I'll be using the actual most of, is going to be 1, through 0. Then I have special keybinds here, other abilities that I use, just maybe not as often. And then I have all my buffs set up here. So I can buff my weapon, put my molten armor on, add my arcane brilliance, make sure my call dragon's up here. This is a very simple, clean UI to use, very good for raiding, very good for starting. Anything that you need is pretty much here. Now, if you don't like this setup and you're saying, not really for me, that's absolutely fine. You can go to this website right here. Let me show you. And this is called wago.io. And then you have a bunch of ELVUI setups here that you can go through and say, oh, I like this one, or, I like the way this one looks, or, I'm specifically healing, I want something a little bit better, or maybe I'm tanking and I want a different kind of UI. By the way, all your groups and stuff will show up on this left-hand corner. For those that have decursor, which you should, all your curses for the entire raid and group and yourself will pop up here. So you can just, if you have, for instance, Dispel Curse, you can just left click and right click depending on what there is to dispel. And as you can see, it says there's nothing to cure. So for raid and stuff, if you have to dispel very quickly, this is a necessity. If you are healing, if you are tanking, if you're a DPS, it does not matter. Definitely something that you need. Like I said, when I target, I can, right click and I can do everything normally. Right click here. Raid instances reset, put a star on myself, whatever you need for this UI, I think I pretty much had. I did customize a lot of it. There are a lot of things that I didn't like about ELVUI, a lot of things that were kind of glitchy. So I went ahead and edited that to the best of my ability, so that way it flows as good as it can, especially with maybe you're not having the greatest graphic card, no worries at all. Like I said, this is literally going to be a code that you can import into ELVUI. How to gain access to this is you can hit escape or the computer. You have ELVUI right here. And let's say that you do like this, but maybe you don't need that extra action bar, or you want to move it. If you just hit simply toggle anchors, you can literally move anything you want. So if you like, hey, I don't like my totem bar here, I want it towards the side, you can absolutely move that towards the side if you want here, and then it, boom, right there. And then you can hit lock, and it'll keep your changes. This is a lot of information to go through, especially for new players. That's why not really huge into saying, hey, do it yourself kind of thing, because there's a lot to figure out. Like I said, I'm going to have the specific code for you in the share, so that way you can just import it and be good to go. You don't have to worry about a thing. It'll be done for you, and it'll be very easy. As far as actually making your number keys, these spells you want, you can do that through the simple Blizzard face, such as key bindings. Like, for instance, my 1 and 2 are extra Q and E because I don't strafe. Or you can just do it through the ELV UI as well. You're able to do that through there as well. For newer players, I would say just going through the standard Blizzard is probably the best way you're going to do it. Any questions, we're more than welcome to help you out. Again, if you just import what I have, it'll be pretty much the exact same thing you're seeing on screen, which is very, very basic to start. And I think you can customize as much as you want. Go to that other website. But again, if you're just starting out, import it, save yourself some time. Less than 2 minutes, your UI is going to be able to look like this. So thank you very much.